Hello, Brad here, just to say we're super proud that the Friday 5pm podcast is sponsored by the Malt Miller, the UK's best home brew store.
We use the Malt Miller for all of our homebrew experiments, as well as tapping them up for advice and binging on their awesome YouTube channel all the time.
That's why whenever we release a homebrew video, we put a recipe kit live on the Malt Miller, so you can brew with the exact same amazing ingredients that we did. The same ingredients used by pro brewers.
So alongside the Malt Miller's nitro-flushed hops, cold-stored yeast and milled-to-order malts, you can pick up recipe kits for our 5 Points Best Bitter, Russian River West Coast IPA, and now the fastest beer in the world, a hazy session IPA that goes from grain to glass in less than 48 hours.
Sign up to their newsletter at tinyurl.com/Malt Miller to get 5% off your first order. With the Malt Miller's amazing customer service and Johnny's 48-hour recipe, you could order the ingredients on a Monday and be drinking the beer by the weekend.
Speaking of which, it's Friday.
It's 5pm.
So enjoy this week's Friday 5pm podcast. It's Friday, it's 5pm, and we are currently melting on a little trestle table outside of Beak Brewery.
It's very orange. I think it might be reflecting the sun off of the orange table and the white chalky cliff behind us, Johnny. And your white t-shirt as well.
Yeah, I'm probably, if you didn't have sunglasses on, I think you'd be in real trouble.
Yeah, I feel like I'm melting already.
Oh,
so
good.
we'll
Good.
make this a brisk episode.
Oh no, I'm going to string it out. I want sauna Brad.
Maybe.
I want steam room Brad.
Maybe.
Speaking of which, we have got Steamy at Beak, so this is the fourth brew that we've done this week.
Action-packed.
Action-packed. And this, I think, was the steamiest. Not only is it the hottest day, but it was also the most actual work we did, I think.
Well, I've hurt my back. So I hurt my back making lowbrow a week ago.
Moving empty cool boxes.
Moving empty cool boxes. I don't know if it was empty. I think I told you it was empty. I think for my credibility, I'm going to have to say it had some beers in it.
Right.
It is the heftiest of the cool boxes I reviewed.
So it's the big orange.
Yeah, the Utoka.
Yeah.
Which is coming soon, hopefully, to a channel near you.
Absolutely. Wednesday. So yeah, I guess we should apologise for the fact there's no upload this week. That's because on Monday, I guess I should say, I was elected chair of the British Guild of Beer Writers.
Oh, la-di-da.
Which means I'm dead fancy now. And then on Tuesday, we brewed at Hackney. We were at the venue where the festival will be occurring.
Yeah, we haven't had much time, have we, really?
No. Yeah, because then Wednesday, we brewed at Siren and Elusive at the same time.
Yeah.
Running in between the venues via a frankly dangerous little path if you don't keep your eyes on your legs around the brambles.
It was incredibly brambled. Our Rode, what is it called? Video microphone?
Yeah, like a shotgun mic on top of our...
Rode Video Plus or something.
Oh yeah,
microphone.
I think that's right, yeah.
Well, it's not even a dead cat, it's the foam cover.
Yeah.
Got absolutely shredded in the brambles. We might need a new one, Johnny. Although I don't know really. We don't use it that much. It's fine.
I think it'd be. What is it?
It's a war
Chicks
scar.
dig scars.
Yeah.
What they said in the 2000s. I mean, we've learned a lot since the 2000s.
Well, I'd like to think we have.
Yeah.
But it's hard to say, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, we have learned a lot this week. So this week we've brewed. So with Hackney, we brewed our Peach Melba Sour. We brewed a West Coast IPA with Siren.
Beautiful.
And a Mystic, so a UK hopped golden ale. The Mystic smelled fantastic. We've been sniffing a lot of good hops this week, but the
very
Mystic,
fruity.
Yeah, like blackcurrant, spice, orange, very nice smelling hop. Brewed a golden ale with that, which is going to be across cask, keg, and cam.
All of the formats.
All we're lacking is
VHS,
bottle.
Betamax, cassette tape, mini disc,
and of course enjoyable live at our festival, the final format.
Exactly.
Although we don't know whether there's going to be cask there, we're still figuring that one out.
Yes.
Because it'll be gravity poured. You know, there's lots to think about. And then today we brewed what I swear in the email chain started off as a West Coast Pale, and immediately turned into an IPA when we arrived, and then got into a slightly bigger IPA when we overshot our starting gravity.
It's, in true American fashion, bigger is better.
Yeah, I guess we are embracing the Californian approach.
Yeah, we kind of upped it as we went along, or they upped it as we went along.
Yeah,
but it's all good.
Yeah. I mean,
People like strong beers, right?
exactly, and it's going to be, I think, a better beer for it. It's just going to be a less responsible beer list at the festival.
Well, you've got to take we are having free crisps, Johnny,
That's true.
and you've got to take responsibility for yourself.
Yeah, and there
To a
is
certain
pizza
extent.
and hot dogs, and there is session beer, but just one fewer session beer than we were
Yes,
planning.
we have sold out tickets, but everybody pray for no rain the day before, the day after, the day of. If the weather forecast is good, we may open up some last-minute tickets.
We're almost exactly a month out.
Yeah,
The weather's just turned, the
It's
jet
turned-
stream's finally
it's crazy hot.
allowing us some beautiful weather, and I think it's going to stick around. I think we're going to have, they call it an Indian summer.
They do.
I'm worried that might be inappropriate. I don't know the origins of Indian summer, but it's going to be a hot September.
Hot and fresh out the Craft Beer Channel kitchen,
Yeah.
as we are today.
I think if we had a band, we could call it Hot September. I think that's a cool name for like
September.
yeah.
It sounds like it sounds quite sexy.
Yeah.
It's a sexy boy band, maybe.
Oh no, I was thinking more like it would be like kind of Hot Chip-esque.
Oh, Hot Chip.
It would be quite cool,
Yeah.
dancey.
I never really thought why Hot Chip called themselves Hot Chip.
Because
Do you think they like hot
you know the
chips?
phrase "like a dog on hot chips."
Do we think that's what it is from?
I don't think so because I'm not entirely sure that's a phrase, but my friend says it.
That is kind of a phrase. I
Is it a
feel like
phrase?
I've heard that as well, yeah.
I need to apologise to him because I always
Yeah.
assumed he was.
Dogs get on anything if it's
They will.
if they can eat it
Yeah.
or shag it potentially.
Right. Okay.
Or poo on it maybe
Right, yeah.
or wee on it.
Yeah.
In fact, any bodily function, they're all over
Dogs.
it.
Yeah. Dogs love functions.
They just love functioning.
Yeah.
They're highly functioning
High
in
functioning
the
animals.
bodily department.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. There's the first derailment. So the IPA that we brewed with Beak today got bigger and bigger and bigger. But that might be for the best given the big old dry hop, the big old bittering additions as well. I don't think you were here when they told me this. So initially, the brewer we were working with, he weighed out 10 grams.
No, I heard this. I
Of
heard this.
flex.
Yeah.
And then realised because it's the West Coast, he needed to do 350.
Oh fuck. Okay, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, 35 times the amount of bittering additions compared to the New England and the West Coast that we're brewing today.
Expensive.
Well, with Flex, probably not so much. Just 35. Like, you wouldn't think that the difference in bittering between
No.
the New England and the
no.
West Coast would be 35 times the amount of bittering oil,
That's wild.
or hop oil. Yeah. So we're not shying away from bitterness with this.
Wild
beer.
West.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. You came up with a great name this morning, actually, as well. Your brain, clearly it functions at about 30 degrees heat
And above.
and above, yeah. Because
And below.
you named the beer. You went silent for about 2 minutes during a conversation
Yeah,
and
yeah.
came out with the beer name.
Yeah, I do often go silent throughout conversations, but
Something's
Yeah, it
always
was-
going on under the hood.
yeah. It looked like there's not a lot going on, but there's always a constant deadening. Sorry, that's not. I didn't mean deadening. I meant maybe a deadening.
Of the face.
No, not a deadening. I don't mean deadening. My brain is overheating.
Oh, right. Oh, so
What I
we've
mean
reached
is
40
this-
now. So we've
yeah,
gone
yeah,
through
yeah. through the pain barrier now.
Yeah, right.
So now there's not a lot going on,
Okay.
but normally there is.
Well, we had a beer with lunch, so that's
We
probably
did,
part
we
of it
did.
as well. Dest is tasting as beautiful as ever here at Beak. And we were doing what my favourite thing is in beer, which is pouring lager fresh off of the tanks.
Don't get much better than that.
No, with a lovely creamy head, tasting incredibly fresh. It'd only been lagering, what did they say, for like 3 days. So it had a little hint of isoamyl acetate, no other flaws. But it tasted, which is a bit like my favourite Keller beer, which is Hackashaw's
Nice.
Keller beer. It's got that teeny, naughty bit of almost Hefeweizen fruitiness.
Beautiful. How did it go with your curry?
I didn't have a curry, I had a pad thai.
Oh, fair enough.
Had some nudes.
Okay.
It was all right.
Nice.
Lager and nudes. I mean, actually, weirdly, some of the Thai beers have. What's the famous Thai beer? Oh, it's not going to come to me. Is it Chang?
Maybe.
I can't quite remember, but I remember the famous Thai beer that we have at Thai restaurants in the UK has a little hint of isoamyl acetate. So it's like it was meant to be.
Spot on.
Yeah, it really worked. I think, I talk a lot about Beak on the channel because I think they're one of the best hazy brewers in the UK. But it's been wonderful to see the progress that they've made since we were last here. Again on a beautiful day, I think.
Yeah. It's always shining in Lewis,
Yeah, Lewis,
seemingly.
and the growth has been incredible. And also to see Des, which was I guess an experiment when we came, become a core beer. They said as soon as it runs out, they do a brew and they fill that tank up again. It's never fully empty.
It's amazing.
Which for a hazy brewer is no small ask.
No, it's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are haze kings, aren't they? So it's great to see them go. Is it core? I guess it's a core beer now, right? That's a lager core.
Round,
amazing.
Yeah. Along with Parade, which is tasting better than it ever has, really. So we've been brewing a lot this week. Lots of early trains, which is why we didn't get our upload. Apologies for that.
Yeah, what time was your... I mean, I'm getting up at 5:30 every day.
Oh, yeah.
Week.
Oh, no, I do that every day.
Yeah,
so
I haven't
it's
got a
just the
kid,
same.
so... But you haven't got any time to do any work either.
No.
Well, this is work,
Well,
obviously.
yeah, all day.
Right, what I mean is, the edit didn't come to fruition
together.
because you ain't got no time.
No, but it's
These are
very
long
exciting
days.
what I have edited.
Oh, is it? That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Cool,
It's
cool.
going to be a great lowbrow next week. People
Nice.
are going to... Like, I'm looking at cool boxes now.
You're losing
I didn't think I needed a new one. I've just got an Argos one.
No, I gave you a Coleman one.
Oh, well, yeah, I've got the
It's
little
very
one,
small,
which I
but
take.
it's good. It's a
I
nice
take to the
box.
beach.
Yeah,
it's a
it's a
nice
good
little
box.
beach box.
Yeah.
But I've got like a big one I got from Argos for. Do you know? Actually, I bought it when we did our weird tour of England, cooking sausage rolls at food festivals.
Yeah.
And handing out samples of Imperial Stout in the morning. That was a strange summer for the Craft Beer Channel, but I bought it for that so that we could transport our beef cold. Beef, pork.
Our pork cold.
That's how good. That's how
sausage roll.
how good a chef demonstration it was. I mixed up my meats.
It was a strange but profitable summer.
Yeah.
We got interviewed by Norfolk Radio or something
Oh, we
at one
did.
point.
Yeah. It was very Alan Partridge.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. We went Did we go to Nottingham? That was cool, wasn't it? I think we went to Nottingham. I think we went to Nottingham. Maybe we didn't. Maybe I've imagined that.
Maybe. I think you might be thinking of Northampton,
Maybe Northampton.
which is much less cool.
No, I don't know. I used to go to Northampton. My friend at art school, Sam, was from Northampton. I don't know where he is now. I haven't spoken to him in about 10 years.
So what about Northampton? That's what
Well,
the
yeah. So
listeners want to know
he
about.
was like, "Oh, I'm from Northampton," and he invited me and a couple of friends to his house. He lived in an absolutely massive house with like a what do you call it? Like a wooden paneled dining room, like dark mahogany.
Wow.
His dad owned a leather tannery, I think. So they like sold like buffalo hides and all kinds of like crazy
Why do
exotic
all your
leathers.
stories sound like fever dreams? This
Yeah.
I guess it's art school, right?
Mate, honestly, I went to art school with lots of kind of like wealthy people from all around.
Wealthy bohemian artists.
Yeah. We have to be a bit wealthy to be bohemian, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
and to
you're
be
not
an
living in
artist
the real
because
world.
there's no money in it.
Well, and there is if you are the 1% that do all right at art.
Right.
But I guess I did a sort of commercial thing with graphic design and whatnot. But yeah, so I've been to Northampton a fair bit as a younger man. I've seen the
I think you were seeing
Yeahs
the nice
play
bit
there.
of Northampton though, with the wood panelling and the buffalo hides.
I think he was a little bit out, but then he had his own house or something wild within Northampton, and it was really cheap to buy houses. Well, that's what he told me anyway.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's Northampton.
Yeah. But it was like cobbled streets.
What?
We're walking along in our winkle pickers. We went to somewhere like an indie club called the Gas Works, which was in some sort of gas works type thing. And
Thanks
hence
for the
the name.
clarification. Yeah.
I saw Yeahs play there. That was pretty cool. Maybe Harmar Superstar, if anyone remembers him out there. I think he might have played there. It was great.
Maybe I've been rude about
Underrated,
Northampton.
man. Yeah, it was all right.
I mean, I just know it as the place where most of the lagers that claim they're brewed around the world are brewed. That's essentially what.
Yeah, Macroland.
Yeah, Macroland.
Shoeland, Macroland.
Shoeland?
Yeah, loads of shoe factories are in Northampton.
Oh.
Lokes, churches.
Wait, I thought we were talking about shoes.
Yeah. Like nice shoes.
Churches.
Churches, yeah, they're
People
some
wear
of the best
churches
shoes.
on their feet.
Some of the best shoes you can get, mate.
Wow.
Churches, yeah.
What kind of style is a church?
You can get brogues. You can
Oh.
get Oxfords.
Wow.
You can get a monk.
What?
You can get a double monk.
What?
I like a monk shoe.
What's a monk shoe?
A monk it doesn't have laces. It has a strap across it with a buckle. So you look a little bit like a sort of Elizabethan
Right,
rogue.
fancy man. Right. okay.
Yeah, they make some beautiful shoes.
Wow.
Churches, yeah. Shout out Churches if you want to sponsor me. Get me some nice shoes to go with my short shorts.
Do you think they could do some waterproof shoes for brew days?
They probably would make you some sort of crocodile skin double monk shoes. Crocodile skin is probably innately waterproof, I reckon.
You'd hope so.
You'd hope so, wouldn't
else
you?
they'd be
Yeah.
constant-
They are in water a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like looking at weird things on the internet, but I saw.
That's untrue. That's.
No, I don't
think
like.
it's your thing.
I don't like unpleasant things.
Oh.
Though, and I saw a video pop up of a leopard drinking a waterhole, and then a fucking crocodile munched it. I didn't like it.
Well, nor did the
It
leopard,
upset
I'd
me.
assume.
It upset me. I didn't like it, but it made me think. Crocodiles are bastards, aren't they? Really?
Yeah. Alligators are all right.
Maybe it was an alligator. I'm
No,
a bit unsure.
alligators are nice. Well, I mean, not
Alligators
for
are
the
less
animals
scary.
eat.
They're less
Yeah.
scary than
They're
a
less
crocodile.
aggressive as well.
The alligators got
They
the
love
narrower
marshmallows.
heads, haven't they? What's the Daya one? Is that an alligator or a crocodile?
That's a croc.
Is it? Because
Yeah.
it's very narrow,
It's a,
like an alligator.
I think that's just the style of the artist.
Yeah,
But it's
okay.
definitely a croc.
Well, they're nice. Well, I did see there was a Daya Beak beer somewhere within the walls here. Maybe
Right.
I just saw
It's
the
all
artwork
croc.
on a wall. They seem to have stuck lots of their labels inside on the walls.
We
which is
signed
nice.
the
I like
Siren Wall
it.
alongside
We did. That's true.
many luminaries.
Yeah. That was pretty cool.
And back before we found out everything, Brewdog and other folks. But
Oh, yeah.
Green Cheek, Queer Brewing, I saw were up there. And now our logo is on there, hand drawn.
Yeah, it was a
Live
bit
by
squiffy.
Brad.
It's a little bit squiffy.
We'd had a long day. And I thought you did pretty well. I was looking at that going, that's amazing. And then you walked away going, that's shit.
Well, I should have quit while I was ahead.
Oh, did you over...
I put the trademark bits on it, but I didn't really sort of look at it objectively, and I just wrote it on really fast, and they were really wonky.
You didn't map it out in your head
No,
first.
no.
Great.
Well, it was good. It was
yeah.
good. That place was too hot for me.
And
Too dark, too
You
dark.
said- I didn't know you didn't like dark. I know you don't like hot.
Dark, steamy, hot, slippery deck. I've got deck shoes on, and I was slipping
Yeah,
on the deck.
Yeah.
Slipping on the deck with my deck shoes.
yeah. Which I did.
Um,
We've had this conversation where you're like, no, deck shoes are grippy. I'm like, no,
They are.
the yachts are made grippy,
No, I'm not having
so you
that.
don't have to have the grippy shoes on.
Deck shoes are pretty grippy.
They're not that grippy.
They're quite grippy.
You literally just said you were slipping around.
You were also. I watched you slide. I thought you were going over.
When did I slide?
I don't know which time. You definitely slid.
I don't remember that.
You got to the top
I
step
styled
and then
it
you
out,
like
clearly.
properly slid. I was like, "Fuck, he's going down."
I must have
And you
styled
had
it out.
a camera in your hand. I was like, "Oh no!"
Oh, right, you're worried about the camera, is that?
Yeah,
That's what
after
really-
the sort of number of times we've near dropped them / dropped them.
Yeah. No, sorry.
Guest podcaster there.
Guess it's delivery. You know, it's always an awkward thing when you're in a brewery waving a camera or a microphone. People do assume. It's like wearing a high vis. People assume you're official.
Yeah. What do you think he had in the box?
He had a fan.
I'm a big fan of fans. I could use.
Yeah,
we should have called him
really
over.
could.
We could have
Yeah,
plugged it in.
yeah.
It's fucking
He's
boiling.
like, I'll have it.
Yeah.
The classic response when somebody comes with a package.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
Are you?
Yes,
expert?
I am.
No, but I'll have it.
Well, that is the
gag.
classic.
It's a classic
yeah.
gag.
That works at restaurants too.
Yeah, it's always a good one. Or at the bar,
At the bar.
where like they put down the pint in front of you, the wrong person. You're like, oh, I'll have it though.
Yeah, coffee shops.
Coffee shops.
Yeah,
like where they shout like Johnny, and you're like, no, but I'll have it.
doctors' surgeries.
Wait, what? I'll have that operation. It's not mine, but I'll have it.
I'm not number 12, but I'll take it. Fast food restaurants. I'm just going to name lots of things that give you
These are
numbers
just
now.
places you go now, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one
What
tailed off.
else?
So I was trying to get to this. We got derailed, but it's fine. We've had this busy week, but obviously before that we had an even busier week. So we were
Sure
at
did.
LCBF,
Yeah,
and we did a live podcast
we did.
from there,
Yeah.
which was one of the most chaotic things we've ever done.
Yeah, probably. I was really disappointed by the video performance. You assured me they had super fast Wi-Fi. You were
Did I?
like, yeah, you were like,
Man, I'm full of it.
you were like, oh, the vaults are offices when they're not this.
Yeah,
So they've got incredibly fast Wi-Fi.
I guess we weren't welcomed onto them.
And I thought, okay, cool. And then we got there and it was under half a meg.
Yeah,
Uh,
and that was the upload. That was the download speed.
yes, very soupy slow. And then we put your 5G, I didn't even know you had a 5G phone, your 5G phone said it had about 90 meg connection or
Yeah, it's about
60 meg or something insane. And then we looked like pixelated characters off of
I
an
wonder if there's
elusive.
like a bandwidth limit or something.
Fuck knows. Something went wrong, didn't it?
Speedy. But the sound was great.
Sound was good.
And we had a lovely audience who
Shout
got
out to the
very much
sound man.
involved.
Yeah, they did.
Most of whom didn't realise who we were or what had happened or
they were
what
just
they'd
there
got
for the
themselves
free
into.
beer, weren't they, really?
Well, the beer was free everywhere. So why? I don't understand why they sat with us, but we're very glad they did.
Seats?
We had great
There weren't
fun.
many seats.
Could be seats.
At the event.
Could have been seats.
Yeah, probably tired.
So yeah, if you haven't seen that, like we have uploaded obviously the audio of that to to Spotify and iTunes and wherever you get your podcasts. But the visuals are now on YouTube, but they're not much to look at. We look a bit 8-bit,
No, that's true. 8-bit is the word. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's being generous, I think.
but not in a wonderful stylized way like our elusive label.
No.
But what did you think of LCBF? So you were filming for the BA for a project we've got in the works with them, but did you have a nice time?
Yeah, it was just really, really, really busy. It was good though. Those things are always good. My review would be I met some lovely people. We got a new pro Patreon. Thank you, Phantom.
Yes, welcome Phantom to the
Talking
family.
to Dane and Dom from Phantom, nice boys from Reading. I want to go to the brewery now. They do tie-dye. Bring along your own t-shirt tie-dye pies.
Good beer and tie-dye is essentially all you
Yeah.
need to attract Brad.
And
Maybe
basically,
burgers.
Yeah, I said to them, I think we're new best friends now because
Right.
we basically like the same things.
Ah.
And they'd also been on a lot of our CBC mega trips that we've done around the world. So they basically replicated our New England adventure. They've been to bloody St. Pete's and Clearwater.
Wow.
Quite amazing.
As should you at home.
Yeah, New York. Anyone out there who's working in the brewing industry, they told me that they attract good people because every year they take the whole gang on an American trip as a work trip, which I
How
thought
we
was
do.
amazing.
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah,
Brewing is a lifestyle as much
Yeah.
as a job.
so that's a pretty good shout out, Phantom. There you go.
Yeah.
But I
yeah,
thought
thank
it
you
was
very
great.
much for joining us.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a great festival. I was running talks all weekend, which was exhausting but lovely. Thank you to everybody that came. And I learned a lot about some breweries that I didn't know about. There was a brewery that brews beer with waste pasta, saving
Oh, yeah.
pasta from landfill.
Oh,
I don't know
very
who's not
important.
eating pasta. I didn't know that was a thing.
I mean, it's very impossible. It's impossible to leave pasta. I think.
Yeah.
If you've got pasta, you want to eat it.
Exactly. I don't think I've ever left pasta before.
It's impossible. Where I think this is a hoax.
They're,
I'm calling hoax.
they're just buying pasta to
It's
put
fake
in there.
news.
Yeah.
It's fake news.
It was wonderful. I don't know who asked this question, but it was beautiful. He was doing his talk. He was explaining how brewing beer with pasta works, and then somebody went, "What shape do you use?"
It's a good question.
It's one of those moments where I was like, "That's a Bradism." It's like nobody else would ask that question. And then they said, "Like, does it affect the flavour?" Which wasn't such a clever question, but all sorts was the answer.
Presumably they're blending it or something. Are they using dry or are they like boiling
It's
it and then...
fresh pasta.
I mean, who's leaving fresh? Where the fuck are they getting this fresh pasta?
Well, I think it's from like supermarkets and restaurants.
So like if they're making ravioli or something and they're stamping out the shapes, they're the off-cut
well-
bits maybe.
Well, I think he might work for a pasta producer, and yeah, maybe there's endless offcuts and stuff.
It's
and
getting
he was,
more and more unlikely as you tell me this
yeah,
tale,
maybe,
Johnny.
maybe. But anyway, there were lots of gluten-free talks as well. Some very nice gluten-free beer, some not so good gluten-free beer. There was Mash Gang. I met one of the folks from Mash Gang,
Oh, that's cool.
which I'm very excited about. I'm hoping to do a video with them at some point soon
Nice. That'd be good.
because they make incredible low alcohol beer. Like some of it is like you wouldn't know it's low alcohol, and some of it kind of embraces it. And they've got all these incredible tricks to recreate like the sense of alcohol and of big dry hops that they can't do because there's no alcohol. Like they add chili to some of their beers because that creates like the sign of the kind of heat that you might get from a big dry hop and stuff like that. It's pretty incredible. And wood chips to help with
Smoky.
the body.
Oh,
Like the body and sweetness in certain beers.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
very, very clever people
yeah.
making incredible low alcohol beer. And I think there's. I was always worried that a low alcohol video would be very much the same topics all the time, and most of it's contract brewed and stuff. And these guys sort of cuckoo brewed, but it's incredible what they're doing to recreate the important flavors of full strength alcohol beer.
Lovely.
Yeah. I was also right next to the Raise the Bar area.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
these
yeah.
are the breweries that won the competition to support the festival. And we were drinking some of that beer during our podcast. All four of them, so Two Flints, Little Monsters, Sure Shot, and Holy Groat, are making incredible beer.
Yes.
Like, some of it's world class. Holy Goat, they had just a straight up golden ale that tasted like mango and pineapple, just from their house culture of Britannomyces, creating these incredible flavors. Two Flints had a beautiful. It wasn't really a West Coast IPA, let's be honest, but it was a beautiful, crisp, light and juicy IPA. Like, I went back several times for that. Little Monsters, their black lager is still. I tasted it during the judging process for Race the Bar, and it's still probably the best black lager I've had in the UK. All SARS, which might be part of it because I love SARS.
Nice.
And then Sure Shot, the original brewer from Cloudwater, it's always going to be great, but you're never going to go wrong with a Sure Shot IPA. We talked about their branding last week, I think, or the week before.
We don't need to shout them out again.
No, and we don't need to disagree about the branding again either. But
Met the designer.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Wow,
he's a nice guy.
I
was going to say he's a nice guy. He's a little bit evasive. He kind of sounded like he didn't want to talk to me.
Oh.
But
I don't want to tell you the secrets of where he's getting his royalty-free blobby images.
Oh, he did. Oh, he didn't tell me that, but he did tell me who gets their they get their t-shirts made with, which was like a really internet 2000s kind of name. It was like buytshirtsonline.com or something.
Back during the SEO boom, when that was really important.
Yeah.
Lots of, I guess, perfectly legitimate companies now sound like con artists.
I said to him, that sounds shit. And he was like, yeah, the shitter they sound, the cheaper they are, but also, like,
sometimes
the quality's all right.
Yeah.
So, the quality was good.
It's not a very craft message, but I appreciate that it might
No, I guess the, craft screen print t-shirts, maybe that. I mean, that is kind of a thing, but I don't know whether these were. Oh no, he told me to get a good t-shirt stock, the actual t-shirt, but the printing process they do is cheap.
Right.
So yeah, shout out to those guys. Give us a discount.
Well,
whatever your name
maybe
is.
we'll see how the Sure Shot t-shirts age.
Yeah, maybe
before we invest heavily.
Yeah.
But we are working very hard on the merchandise, ready for our festival and ready for launching a web shop, so that we will have some more merch available. Our glassware should arrive next week, which is very, very exciting.
That's exciting.
I cannot wait to see those in the flesh. And we've got the classic CBC glasses, as well as the brand new one, which our Patreons will have seen, and maybe we'll announce soon once we know they've arrived safe and look good, and that we can actually put them on sale, because that's always scary. So that's happening soon. That web shop will be live. So if you can't come to the festival because it's sold out, or you're not in this country, we're going to be doing a live show the week after, and you will be able to buy the glassware and hopefully 6 of the beers, so that you can drink along with us a week later, live, and taste some of the beers that we've brewed, hopefully including the Beak one.
Great.
And it's going to have a beautiful label, and thanks to Brad, a very beautiful name.
Yeah, good name. Yeah, good name.
So next week we are off to Verdun.
Yeah, exciting.
So that's the final brew day that I think we're going to witness. We're brewing a homebrew recipe of ours, tweaked, of course, to be on the giant kit that Verdun now have. But it's a brew one, so a pineapple-tinged New England IPA. And we're also hosting a pizza and beer matching evening, which is nearly sold out.
Wow.
There are 4 tickets left, people. So if you happen to be in the vicinity of Falmouth, or Penryn, just outside of Falmouth, you can still come and eat 3 pizzas and have an affogato with a beer, like a beer float, with us on Wednesday, the 23rd of August,
Delightful.
at the Verdun Tap Room. And we'll be there all day brewing as well. So, yeah, that's us for next week. Hopefully there'll be a podcast. Maybe we'll do it on the train on the way back. We'll have
train pod.
God knows how many hours it is to kill on that train. But there will be an upload next week. There will be the Lowbrow Brad's Cool Boxes episode will be going live next week. It's very, very nearly there, but it just wasn't quite where we needed it to be lengthwise. So that'll be going live on Wednesday. Then we'll have our podcast on Friday, and we should be announcing whether there's going to be more tickets to our festival not long after that. It depends on the weather and everything, and indeed how much beer we manage to secure from all of the breweries that we've been working with. So yeah, I'll put a link to the tickets to the Verdun pizza tasting below. It's not a video, in the descriptions of this podcast. But otherwise, we'll see you on Wednesday for the Cool Boxes edition of Lowbrow, Love and Beer. The Bubble and Friday 5pm podcasts are brought to you by the nerds behind YouTube's craft beer channel. You can watch over 400 mini documentaries at youtube.com/thecraftbeer-channel, and if you love what we do, support us via Patreon and get access to merchandise and our amazing Discord forum, a positive and welcoming space for everyone who loves beer, food and homebrewing. Love and beer.